Another member of the actual Anai family has now joined the ranks of WWE's most devoted fan bases. Brought word of his arrival journey. Brother of Jacob F. has responded to Lance's comments on Hawaii's latest statement. For those who have been living under a rock, Lance has featured in, but has yet to make his Red debut owing to an unexplained injury. He is the son of Sue and the cousin of Roman Reigns, and he has been under a WWE contract for quite some time. Before his stint as an enhancement talent in 2015, he worked for the Stanford-based company. Fast forward 4 years, and on May 27, 2019, episode of WWE Raw, he was pitted against Shane McMahon in a squash match. On the same night, Roman Reigns stepped in to support his cousin. Lance recently announced on Instagram that he will be starting a new chapter of his career with NXT. Since then, he has received an overwhelming amount of love and support, and he posted a photo of himself with Shawn Michaels with the caption, "The future is looking bright." His cousin Journey Fatu also posted a message on the site. It seems like another betrayal among the bloodline is imminent before to WWE WrestleMania 41. There have been numerous turns in the WWE bloodline storyline in recent years. The new bloodline has been in utter chaos ever since Solo Sikoa lost to Roman Reigns in a tribal combat match earlier this year. Shortly after, the Street Champion left Jacob Fatu and Tatanga in the ring and disappeared from the WWE Universe, leaving the other two in a state of pure chaos. Jacob Fatu and Tatanga clearly weren't happy with Solo Sikoa's abrupt disappearance, so they approached him backstage last week when he returned to WWE SmackDown to assault Cody Rhodes. Solo Sikoa accidentally hit Tatanga with a Samoan spike, sending Jacob F to the Elimination Chamber qualifying match against Braun Strowman and Damian Priest. This all happened after Solo Sikoa claimed he needed some time off after his humiliating loss to Reigns on Raw on Netflix. However, he is now back and ready to lead the charge again. A feud between Jacob F and Solo Sikoa for WrestleMania 41 is reportedly in the works. His absence after the Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns gets a message from the current champion. A message from the current TNA World Champion Champon has reached Roman Reigns. Reigns, who has been absent since the Royal Rumble after suffering 2 curb stomps at the hands of Seth Rollins, removed Joe Henry, a Scottish superstar, from this year's men's contest. Henry made his professional wrestling debut on January 19, 2025, when he beat former WWE superstar Nick Neath, better known as Adolf Ziggler, to capture the TNA World Championship. This was also Henry's first appearance in a men's Royal Rumble match. Henry sent a message to Reigns via Twitter after taking 2xFK. The TNA World Champion posted a picture on Twitter showing himself getting speared by the OTC, accompanied with a brief caption. Seth Rollins spoke up about his feelings for Roman Reigns. Although Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns were eliminated in the men's Royal Rumble match by CM Punk, the Visionary wasted no time honoring his longtime foe and former tag team partner, Ren, during an appearance on the Up and Adam program. Rollins claimed to still adore Ren. Although he had some issues with his former tag team partner, he wished nothing but the best for his former Shield mate, Roman Reigns, and noticed that Reigns had changed into a different person in recent years, one who lives in his own bubble and has an inflated sense of self-importance. I want it to be known that I adore Roman Reigns. Let me be clear. We were partners when we first entered the profession. Because of this, I have a great deal of hatred against Roman, partly out of love, but also because of how long it has been since we last saw one other. I want what's best for him, and we broke into WWE together in 2012. Now, Roman is a different guy. He lives in his own bubble and has a god complex and narcissistic complex. The Rollins, during their time together as the Shield, Rollins and Reigns held the Raw Tag Team Championship. In 2022, Rollins unsuccessfully challenged Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble Premium Live event. Since the implosion of the Shield, the two have crossed paths multiple times, and there's a chance they could share the ring again at WrestleMania 41. The post-Royal Rumble landscape had shaken the bloodline to its very foundation. Roman Reigns, with the undisputed tribal chief missing since his shocking loss to Cody Rhodes at the Royal Rumble Premium Live event. The bloodline was at risk, and faction divisions were becoming more obvious. Roman's enforcer Fatu, who had a dominant debut, stepped in to protect the faction, but he was facing challenges to his authority from within Solo Sikoa. Jaime was slowly assuming power as the self-proclaimed heir to the lineage, while USO remained unclear of his truly faithful T. The WWE Universe was abuzz with rumors that Roman Reigns would return to reassume his position as champion, or that the bloodline had already evolved. WrestleMania season was in full gear. Beyond him, the most pressing question on this SmackDown episode was, who was behind the cryptic message that would rock Roman Reigns and Jacob to their core? The tension in the bloodline locker room was palpable, with Solo Sikoa sitting in a corner, his expression unreadable, and Jimmy pacing restlessly across from them. Jacob Fod stood tall and determined, his arms crossed over his head. Jimmy mumbled under his breath and shook his head, indicating that he still wasn't backing down. Tribal Chief wasn't back either, and WrestleMania was just around the corner. Everyone in the locker room was talking about how we were going it alone. I drew back a bit, but I looked up to meet his gaze. He spoke coldly, saying that we didn't need Roman or anyone else to survive. Jacob clenched his jaw and fought back tears of frustration as Solo's gaze swung to him. You better watch your mouth, he hissed, or what you just got here. You think you know this family better than me. Before things got out of hand, by a pale complexion, Paul Heyman strode into the room. The wise man's customary air of arrogance was vanished, replaced by a palpable sense of anxiety. The gentleman clutched a tablet in his palm. The crowd became still as the video aired a message from the current champion. The film opened to a dimly lit room, and a man leaned forward, showing himself. Heyman's voice trembled slightly as he said, "You all need to see this." The screen then turned toward them. At Royal Rumble, the WWE champion Cody RHS finally defeated Roman Reigns, and he seemed both proud and serious. I can only presume that this letter has made it to the correct individual since he changed the headline while looking over his shoulder. With an air of self-assurance, Cody made the statement. The Roman Empire while the movie went on. Jacob tightened his fists, and that man put up a hand to keep him from speaking. I'm not stupid, Cody said. I know how this works. Once Roman loses, the whole family is racing to find a new leader. But here's the thing. No one in your family is Roman Reigns, and that won't change. The tension in Solo's grip on his chair grew as he declared victory over Roman in a one-on-one match.